hits me once, downs me, and of course, it's Maku the Fixer that goes in for the final blow because he's got no chance. This is some major BS. I used to be great. I used to be amazing at this game. F asterisk is washed. F asterisk is washed. Can't play the game anymore. F asterisk is washed. F asterisk can't. Well, I'm here to prove all of you wrong. I'm getting back up to rank 1,200 in the online raids. I'm doing it. I'm gonna show you that F asterisk is not washed. You're washed, not me. You. I'm gonna start by checking out which fort I'm gonna be going up against here. Level 1105. We've got the Flesh Glutton as the Overlord. Yeah, he's pretty good. Okay, pretty good. He's got of course there's a machine. A Deathmonger. Ooh, I do love a Pirate Orc. Yeah, I could take him. You know, this could be a shopping spree. As well as a Redemption. Thunderhead. Of course, they've got a Thunderhead Tar variant. Yep. Pretty standard stuff here. Karagor Faith, he's probably got no chance. He looks pretty good. Berserker, alright. Who else? The Prowler. Okay. Pretty cool. I like his weapons. Prowler from Spider-Man. We've got a legend here. Okay. Actually not seeing loads of the brain rot orcs that we usually get. Cutting to my area. My god, there's been a massacre. This is what is left of the chaos mode in Civil War that we had. Just complete destruction. Complete chaos. This is brutal. This is brutal. And because this happened, I have nobody left to help me raid the fort, so I'm going to have to go into my garrison and I'm going to have to build up a new team. A strong team. Strong enough to rise me back up to my previous heights of level 1,200. And we're going to start off with Frack of the Flies, one of the freakiest orcs that I've ever found. And of course, we're going to go with Hork the Abandoned, Bag on his head. We're going to go with the Life Drinker, Scoff, an absolute badass orc. And we've got this very cool Surgeon Tower variant. I think he looks badass. And finishing it off with this Plague Bringer. We've got the big Pickle. Look at this Pickle boy. And then we've got Goobbue, the bloody disgusting. He's very disgusting. Just look at him. And with that team, I am going to rise. Here we go. Business poem. Can I say poem? Poem. I don't know if I can say that with my accent. Anyway, let's get in there, lads. Business Poem's fort is about to be absolutely decimated by me. I've dived on into the first point. Not really too impressed with any of these orcs. They've got the machine there leading the charge. He does hit me. I back off a bit, and then I just start getting peppered by these goddamn sniper archers. They are so annoying. Just look how good they are. They have to die. They have to be beheaded. Get out of my sight, you goddamn snipers, you goddamn drains on society. I jump back in. This guy is ready to be... Ooh, the taunter. You know what? He's not going to be shamed. He's got decoys as well. He is going to be used for a pit fight tournament in the future. It's going to be filled with decoys. Make sure you guys follow me over on my Twitch to catch that pit fight tournament that I'm going to do with all decoys. Back to the fight, and this poor Olog is getting destroyed. Goodbye, mate. You are not strong enough. The Unforgiving. I've seen the Unforgiving a lot, actually. I then spent a while trying to headshot her, the machine, only for him to just randomly fall over and die in front of me. And by that, I mean the surgeon explodes his head. And with those orcs now taken care of, it's time to take the first point. I smash my way over to the second point, but I have a chat with the Vile.
You know, I've mastered combat. You'll see soon enough. But there's more to me than that. I'm also sadistic and witty. Nobody sees this. At least killing you will make me feel better.
I honestly quite like that bit of dialogue from the Vile. The Rot Beast, the Giant Pickle, takes out one of the pain lovers, one of the painless orcs. What do we think about this Vile? Do I take the Vile? I don't know if I will, but anyway, he is now broken. I'm shooting him in the head. I'm trying to go for the kill, but he's got the execution counter. Where did he pull that one out of? You have to die, Mr. Vile.
Ain't right, you know. The winter of man is coming.
I'm sorry, your dialogue was kind of interesting, but I think I've got quite a few orcs that look like you. I'm sorry. You're just not that unique. Goodbye, Mr. Vile. With one orc's head clattering to the floor, it's time for a second orc to be beheaded. Goodbye, Caragor Thief. You can steal Caragors in hell now. With the second point now taken, I rush my little Talion body over to the third point, and I cause my usual chaos. I shoot the hornets, I shoot all of the explosives in sight, just causing as much general chaos and confusion as possible. I use a fire arrow there. I'm gonna jump on in. Who do we have? We've got the Thunderhead, a very common orc I see, and oh! Crimp the Enchanted. I actually will take Crimp the Enchanted. Crimp the Enchanted is one of the orcs that actually beat Bagabug the Stormbringer in the online pit, so I would like to see how far he would get. If you guys would like to see how far Crimp the Enchanted would get in the online pits, please leave a comment down below. I break his frozen seal, and then I go for an ultimate explosion attack with two random explodey orcs beside me. There we go. Crimp is now mine. Crimp the bloody Enchanted. Look at him, his little enchanted tiara on his head. A very interesting DLC orc. With Crimp now under my control, we take the third point. I then spot what looks to be a very nice red legend or marauder orc.
You are for trouble, is he, lads? Get it over with right quick.
You know me well. If any orc has colored paint on them, I am recruiting that orc straight away. I think he's quite a cool red orc, but in my experience and in the last Civil War, the red team had the coolest orcs. And speaking of cool orcs, look at this. The spiders. I think you only get one cobwebbed orc like that per playthrough, so we're going to try and grab this spidery, cobwebby orc.
I'm looking at you, that you're the discerning sort. Well, you're in luck, because I've prepared something extra special for you. Believe me.
I do like the pirate orcs, but I feel like I've got too many of them. Anyway, I've got my eye on this spider dude. I'm absolutely taking him. Could I make a series around the spider dude? Could I make my team of spider orcs? I probably could. Anyway, we have taken the courtyard now on to the inner gate, but not before I destroy this random Olog. Pretty basic. I mean, he's got the scratches, which is kind of cool, but nah, mate, you're out of here, lad. Get out of here. Get out of my video. We quickly take the inner gate, and then I completely destroy another Olog. And then it was time for the Life Drinker to quench his thirst as he gets rid of the Pirate Orc. I guess I'm not taking him. I guess the Pirate Orc is gone. He's not going to be in the basket. I'm not checking out with the Pirate Orc today. The Chosen Orc then does his sledding impression. Look at him slide. Look at him go. Down the mud. Down the ice. Just a pure sled. Look at this giant Olog just sliding away. I honestly love it when the ragdoll physics just go crazy. Goodbye, Mr. Legend. I don't really think they're a true legend unless they have the legendary armor as well as having gold paint. I then shame down the halfling lover because leave the halflings alone, please. Don't go anywhere near my halflings. Grom the Prowler then just crumbles into the ice, probably faking his death because he's seen what happened to the other orcs. And he doesn't want that to happen to himself. On to the inside of the throne room. Let's see who is the Overlord and what bodyguards will he have.
Come in, come in. I've been looking for a way to brighten up this room, and I think your guts will do the job perfectly.
Alright, enough yapping. Let's take a look at you. Oh my god, he's got no chance.
The only thing that will decorate this room is your blood.
Fan-bloody-tastic. You don't usually see an orc that powerful who also has no chance. I call in my freak of a bodyguard and he immediately puts a mine under my feet. Frack the flies, let's see what he can do. I go to town. I usually just fire as many arrows as I can as soon as I enter the throne room. Get rid of that banner. I do not want that banner anywhere bloody near me. Get rid of it. I tee up my classic explosive attack thanks to my amazing threshing sword. I love this move, honestly. I think it's just such a good counter Whenever you find an orc that you can't really hurt, you know those orcs that are just immune to everything? The Threshing Sword is what really saves the day for me there. And again, get rid of that banner. I don't want any banners inside this throne room. Honestly, if you have an orc that puts down loads of banners, that can be actually a very good counter to a lot of players. I am just finishing off the guard here. He is broken. Let's get in there. Just gonna have a wee look at him before I decide what to do. Muzu the Terror? No. I don't want him, mate. He's got... I know why he's here, you know. He's got the throwing knives. He's got the no chance. He's basically like the fixer. Only not as good. And there you go. He's become a maniac. You're welcome. Back to the fight, and I am just causing chaos. And there we go. The Flesh Glutton Overlord has fallen. I'm gonna take him. I like taking the overlords of the strong forts, you know, as a bit of a trophy. And here I am, just trying to mess around with the camera settings, trying to get a cool picture. And yeah, I think it's turned out pretty cool. I am hosting a photo competition right now, although when this video comes out, it will be over. But the channel is still live in my Discord. If you want to go and you want to post and show off your cool Shadow of War pictures, then join my Discord. There's a link in the description down below. And yeah. We can rank your pictures. I will be doing future competitions there. Here's another one I got of this Olog looking very badass. And just look how cool this looks. Honestly, the in-game camera has so many cool filters. And with the Flesh Glutton now under my control, I have taken Business Poem's Fortress. And hopefully, my rank will go up. You know, what was my rank? I think it was 1100 before this. Hopefully it goes up. I'm trying to get up to... Okay, so my rank actually didn't go up, and I'm actually fighting a fort that's lower rank now, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So far, this video isn't going too well. To make up for this, maybe we can find some cool orcs in here. We can always turn this into a bit of a bloody shopping spree instead. Let's see, I am just splattering these orcs. They're being destroyed. They've got no goddamn chance, and of course, there's a Bagabug the Stormbringer. I would recruit him, but honestly, he just rages too much. It's really hard to jump in there and recruit him. There we go, the classic woo-woos are not going to save your life, mate. There goes your bloody hand! Goodbye, Bagabug. Goodbye, mate. How many of these bloody orc have I killed? I've killed so many Bagabug the Stormbringers, but yet, they keep haunting me. He's in my nightmares, he's in my dreams. He's in both, you know, he's in the good dreams and he's in the nightmares, you know. I both love Bagabug and hate him. You can see that this point is just pure chaos. There is fire everywhere. There is orcs raging, going crazy. I'm trying to get some distance here, but I'm being hunted down by this bloody orc with a sledgehammer. I take a little break, I get away so that I can go ahead and shame this. I think he's called Deathbone, yes. Deathbone orc. Goodbye, mate. Goodbye. Nobody runs. If you retreat, you get shamed or you get killed. This guy was far enough away that I went for the shaming rather than the killing. But looking back on it now, I think I would have rather, you know, executed that orc like I just executed this Wraith orc. And look at how cool this is. You can tell that I've been experimenting with the filters. Goodbye, mate. Goodbye, orc. And with that, we have taken the second point onto the third point. Maybe my favorite point. I would say this point is probably the most iconic of points, and I am just fighting for my life against the Shaman orc. He is a very powerful orc who is in many high-level forts, and he gets me down again. Thankfully, I'm able to counter it, and I get my own back on him.
Obey me!
While I'm doing this, the giant pickle is just going crazy, picking up small orcs, punching them across the map, and thanks to this amazing heroism, we're able to take this point on to the next point, and I am just getting stuck in beheading orcs. The poker, honestly, if the orc looks like that, I really just don't care about them. On to the inner gate, and oh my goodness, there he is. As if I couldn't get any more angry in this video, it's bloody Hoglick the Jaded, my arch nemesis.
Think you can take me on?
Going to rip you to shreds, then rip those shreds into smaller shreds.
He's got his little hype man, the blade sharpener. It's not gonna save you, mate. Hoglick, I'm gonna focus you right now, lad. Just as soon as I start working on Hoglick, the blade sharpener is just dismantled. I mean, he only was level 52. He was basically a runt going up against men. And hear me out, mate, hear me out. I'm gonna recruit this Hoglick. I know I was talking a big game there, how much I hate him. But no, I'm recruiting him for a very important reason, which will be revealed in a future video or a future series. On to the final point, let's take a look at the Ologs that we have here. We've got the Heartless and the Guardian of Mordor. The Guardian of Mordor is very cool, but I think I've got loads of them. I quickly take the point, I'm shaming down the Heartless. He doesn't go crazy, it's very upsetting. I'm insulted. Why are you not going crazy, Heartless? The Guardian of Mordor sees this, so he picks me up and he yeets me across the map. He then does something that he will live to regret.
No, I won't finish you yet. You must suffer more before the Dark Lord will be satisfied.
You! Nobody humiliates Talion and gets away with it. I am just peppering him with every goddamn arrow that I have in my quiver. He is being completely destroyed, he's on fire, he's running around, he has no idea what is happening. And I'll be honest, I shoot him so much that I end up basically just running out of arrows. So I decide to jump in there, and you know what? He's gonna join me. He's gonna join me. He is a pretty good Olog, you know, he looks pretty cool. I think we could use him in a future civil war. Into the throne room, and it's probably an orc that you've seen many times before. The Destroyer. This orc is very, very common in the online forts. I don't usually see him as the Overlord. I guess it's nice that in this multiverse he is the Overlord. I summon in my flies, my freaky flies bodyguard. He puts a mine under my feet immediately because he loves me and that's a present that he gives me. I'm taking on the Destroyer head on, but it is pretty chaotic. He also has Maku the Fixer, who is a very, very, very annoying orc. Okay, this next bit is some major BS. Look at this, I dodged past him, I've got his back, I hit him twice, he just completely ignores it, hits me once, downs me, and of course, it's Maku the Fixer that goes in for the final blow because he's got no chance. This is some major BS. This is not okay. I'm rage quitting. Screw this game. I'm never playing it again.